Hello everyone, this is In-Game Mars. I'm doing another unboxing and a breakdown of the demo. This is Gran Turismo Sport. This is the long-awaited Gran Turismo game from Polythical Digital. Hopefully I'm saying that name right, I don't think I am. But to move on to the straight for the points, this game has a 12GB update right at the start. Right as you pop it in. It's all just mainly just bug fixes. I'm assuming these bug fixes are mostly just consist from online functions, because usually online games usually have pretty massive updates in that category. To move on, Gran Turismo Sport is an online-only focused game. I want to make this very clear, as I did in the unboxing part of the game. It says most functions will be locked on online. Now, I do believe this is kind of an outright lie. To point out some of the problems, the game requires an online connection to make save progress. So even if you play offline, unlock cars, and get experience and stuff like that, if you do not have an internet connection, you will not be able to save your progress. No matter what, you have to have an constant internet connection. Now, you can only need internet connection to do the championship and stuff like that, but you don't need PlayStation Plus to achieve that stuff. But unless you want to go online and compete against people, then you need PlayStation Plus. So already this game really focuses on you to both have a good quality internet connection 24/7, as well as having a PlayStation Plus subscription if you want to play online, which this game mainly focuses on. To start off, if offline, you can only take part in the arcade, which has some typical races, custom races, and time trials and stuff like that, and then split screen. Again, as I said, you cannot progress unless you are connected to the internet. So even if you drive and get experience and money and all that stuff, you can't buy cars, you can't do anything. You can unlock a few tracks, but right as you quit, you won't be able to race on those tracks again, because your save will be wiped. To start off, you also cannot take pictures of your car. You cannot customize the livery of your car. You can't basically do anything other than arcade mode if you're offline. Why they did this is beyond me. It's just, I will be perfectly honest with you. Gran Turismo, or the developers behind Gran Turismo series, has been on very thin ice with me, with just their incompetence with the Gran Turismo 5 and 6. And Sports just even more indicates the incompetence of the company and the head developer of the team. Okay, I don't want to go in too much of a rant about the problem. Now, I have known that this game was going to be an online-focused game. I had nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with an esports-focused Gran Turismo or racing game and so forth. But I do have a problem with the fact that this is an already established 20-year-lasting series, and this is what the direction they went with it, with no consideration of the last 20 years of fans that they've built up over that period. Because you got to understand, there's no longer the car list of stuff. You don't got like 1,000 cars. There's only like 160 cars in the game. As well, there's only like 17 tracks. There's no longer car customization, like building turbos and engines and stuff like that. Now, you do have the same tweaking and alterations you can do, but you no longer have the massive appeal of buying used cars, oil changes, and all that stuff. All that stuff has been removed. This is like a very stripped bare bones of the original first Gran Turismo game, which is, again, very disappointing considering this day and age. As well as having a 12GB update, and just even the head developer stating that this, to him, is Gran Turismo 7. There is no plans or even intentions to make Gran Turismo 7 at this current moment. All development is going to be focused on DLC for Gran Turismo Sport. Even the creator has even stated that he feels like people no longer care about cars or anything like that. They just want to care about driving the car. They just want to get in and drive. Again, this shows the incompetence of the developers behind this game. It's just, yes, there are probably a reduced amount of people who love cars, but there's still a strong focus, and this was a game series that many of them look forward to buying, to be able to drive their car and play their car and customize their car and then do all the liveries and all that stuff. Now that you can do, but you just can't do it anymore. Like I said, this is just a very disappointing series, and to my opinion, since the 5th one. It's just been going downhill from there, and Sports almost is a game killer to me. This is the sheer fact you can't play offline. You can't. I love playing against offline opponents. I'm not really good, or not good, but just really interested in online competitive and stuff like that. Now, if you're really into esports and stuff like that, or you have some intentions of becoming a real life racer driver in real life, then Gran Turismo Sport is up your alley, because it has the FIA behind its back, which is an organization for automobile independent international company that talks about automotive sports and stuff like that. If you're into cars, then you probably know it. I'm not the heaviest into cars, but I always look forward to Gran Turismo with its great graphics, great controls, as well as the great overall concept of building up cars, getting money and stuff like that, and buying, upgrading. I always love doing that. I love playing against the AI components, which the AI is still yet even that good either in this one. They didn't even really do much with it. They're a little better, but not much. Overall, the gameplay feels great, looks great, and everything. I do think the tracks, graphically, are a bit disappointing. They look nice, but they definitely could be a lot better. And some areas just look very low res. And that's always been a problem with the Gran Turismo games. But the cars look beautiful. And again, this is just like another problem with the series of this game of Gran Turismo Sport. It's like it's watching the love of your life, the beauty of the world, being locked away with some online subscription thing. It's just unnecessary, annoying, and just frankly incompetence from the developer's standpoint. Because even if I played online a little bit, because everything you're seeing here is offline experience. If you don't like this, get over it, because I do not do DLC, updates, microtransactions, or redeem codes. This is how I do it. It's how I'll always do it. If you don't like it, get over it. And just what I'm experiencing right now is just disappointing, because there's so much potential here, but they just locked it away. I don't understand why they chose to go this route. I don't care what their reasons are. I don't, because this is not what I bought the series. And there's other people acting like that you shouldn't be upset with it. You have full right to be upset with the series you know and love, completely changing everything that you've bought the series for to something for a small majority of people out there who wanted to be competitive, which there's nothing wrong with that. But don't take away what we all know and love for a small group of people. We all still want the GT7 we all know and love. And why couldn't this be two separate games? GT Sport as well as GT7. That way one could focus on the online competitive esports and just the GT Academy and all that stuff, and another one that focused on the offline and catering to the people who's been part of your series from since the very beginning, and why their doors are still open. Gran Turismo Sport is a good game, but just with a bad business model and bad design. Even as an esports competitive game, it's not even the best in the series, considering it doesn't even have dynamic weather and all that stuff. It will have updates quite a bit, because Politho Digital is notoriously bad with releasing unfinished games, which is unacceptable in my book, considering how long the development time they take with their games. As again, I'm highly disappointed with this. I was really eager for it because I'm loving the game. As you can see right here, I was having fun. The cars play great, they look great and everything, but I have no reason to play it because I do not agree with the idea that I have to be online 24/7, because when the servers get shut off, this entire experience goes with it. So it's up to you whether you're into this kind of concept. To me, Gran Turismo Sport deserves all the hate it's getting because it's just completely incompetent game design, in my opinion, for the focus of the grand scheme of things, or even the alienate and disrespect all the people who've been part of the series from the very beginning. It's unacceptable. I mean, it's up to you on that one. So I will leave links in the description if you're interested to copy, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye!